One of the most important things in soap opera acting is reacting. This does not mean acting again.
Hey, it's me, it's JSB, and today on Acting is Reacting, well, we're back with another Song of 24, which basically means the year's still 2024, and we're listening to songs that have some dubious connection to that number. So today's one is one that fits this category twice, in fact, because like a lot of the ones that I've been listening to, it reached number 24 in the charts, specifically the US Hot 100, and it did that in 1980, which is a great year. It's also from an album called 24 Carats. So yes, this is Al Stewart, and the song is Midnight Rocks, which proved to be his fifth and final US hit, and was co-written by Al and the great Peter White. As it comes from the 24 Carats album released in 1980 and co-produced by Al and Chris Desmond. So this song is, I would describe it as being kind of two of a kind with Song on the Radio from his previous album, Time Passages in '78. And at this point he was signed to Arista in the US, and if you know anything about that label, it was founded and run by the legendary Clive Davis, who knew a thing or two about what worked with radio. So he'd do things like specify a nice laid-back tempo. He'd want a sax solo in it because obviously that worked so well for Year of the Cat and Time Passages and Song on the Radio. You can see why this was not particularly artistically satisfying for someone like Al, and possibly why this song and Song on the Radio are not really featured in the set lists that often over the last 40 years. So yeah, it might not be a classic Al tune, but it's still pretty damn lovely. And well, let's give it a listen and remind ourselves of why it was at least a moderate hit back in the day. So this is Al Stewart, Midnight Rocks. As
you say with best intention, let's throw away convention, set sail across the water to find the tides of fortune. I say please understand it.
These days, you might even call this yacht rock, but that's not a term we use on this channel much.
So, yeah, upon the midnight rocks, you say there's no endeavor we couldn't try together.
Might stop in the vocals on this.
We'll ride the wind forever. I hear the words you've spoken. Don't let our love be broken.
Upon the midnight rocks, oh yeah, upon the midnight rocks. I'm not going to do this bit.
You know it's easy to let it go, believe it. You know you feel it. Don't lose it when you need it. I know that fascination with living each sensation in your imagination. There is no hesitation. I know your mind is turning. Don't let our love lie burning.
Upon the midnight rocks, oh yeah.
Upon the midnight rocks.
Obligatory sax, but it's good. This is Brian Savage, I believe, on this, from the band Shot in the Dark, who backed out on this album. It stands up to the earlier stuff.
I know that fascination with living each sensation in your imagination. There is no hesitation.
Don't let our love be stranded upon the midnight rocks. Oh yeah.
Upon the midnight rocks. Upon the midnight rocks. Oh yeah. Upon the midnight rocks.
Some people know I used to play the sax. I didn't play it that well, but I do love it. Okay, well, there we have it. That was Al Stewart with Midnight Rocks. And yeah, like I said before, it was kind of a written to order song, and you can sort of tell that, but it's still really good. And yeah, it just has that pleasing, gentle tempo that doesn't ruffle anybody's feathers, but the sax comes in, and that's the real musical muscle of this particular song. And even though Brian Savage is not as well known a player as Phil Kenzie, he does a pretty fabulous job on the sax on that. And the song is just lovely anyway. It's kind of a relationship song, which makes a change from Al's historical or more narrative-based tracks. I mean, it's no Night of the 4th of May, but it's solid and nice, and I like it. Yeah, these lyrics are pretty decent as well. You say with best intention, let's throw away convention, set sail across the water to find the tides of fortune. I say, please understand it, don't let our love be stranded upon the midnight rocks. Oh yeah, that's not on the lyrics, but he says it, and so did I. You say there's no endeavour we couldn't try together, no storm we couldn't weather, we'll ride the wind forever. I hear the words you've spoken, don't let our love be broken upon the midnight rocks, etc. So yes, occasionally I apologise again. I couldn't help but sing the odd upon the midnight rocks, oh yeah, because it's just lovely. Sometimes I try really, really hard not to sing and succeed, but I mean, I could have sang the whole damn thing, and then where would we be? With a short watch time, I can tell you. Right, well, that is pretty much us for today, but when I say us, I mean me, because I'm not actually royalty, believe it or not. However, I am back on Friday with a longer video, because it'll be 4 songs from Slow Dancer, which is the 1974 album from Boz Scaggs. And then if you're after something a bit more recent, a lot more recent, Monday I'll be back with Andrew Cushion's debut, Waiting for the Rain, from last year, ahead of seeing him live later in the month of March, which is where we'll be by that point. And indeed where we are now if you're watching this, because I'm just filming ahead as usual. So I will see you on the next video, when and indeed if that should ever happen. Bye for now.